how do you approach thought leadership? Is that something that's important?
It is, because again, part of the job is exactly like what you were saying. A lot of the job is helping individuals build out their individual brands, and part of that is helping people understand how they think and what they think is important, and that ultimately, in theory, affects deal flow for them. Now, is that totally the case? I think it's debatable. I think there are lots of other ways you could probably affect deal flow for individuals in a firm, but the process to develop some of those thought leadership things, we right now, and I think it'll probably evolve over time, but typically the process is someone will have like an idea that they've been wrestling around in their head, and it's sitting down with them. I'll be very tactical about it. Sitting down with them, getting them to outline it, going and bringing in a writer to pull it out, and they then apply the final veneer or the final edit to kind of apply their voice. And our job is to really make sure, does it hit like the right storytelling criteria? And that criteria that we think about is, which I'm sure you've also heard from journalists as well, but that's basically what we're doing, is you're trying to identify those good storytelling devices, and there are really three. So it's conflict, tension, or surprise. Or a combination, hopefully all three, or a combination of those three.
Conflict, tension. Surprise. What's the difference between conflict and tension?
Well, conflict is just generally probably bad. Yeah. It is, tension could be, there could be a good tension where a company is in fact growing pretty fast, but they're trying to keep their operations or their process pretty small, as an example, where that is probably a good tension. Mm-hmm. And then there are, and it's often that story of how do you go do that? How do you reconcile these two competing ideas? Conflict is, you guys probably saw, there was this firm called the X Fund.
Ah, yes.
Did you see this?
Yes.
Yeah, two partners. They had a fund that was basically backed by Harvard, where this firm had the opportunity to kind of go and see and work with all the great entrepreneurs that are coming up through Harvard and back them. And they just got in a fight, and it just played out, and in a remarkably sad way.